everybody, and welcome to our Sip and Spill podcast. I'm Lee.
I'm Jen.
I'm Nikki.
And I'm Josie.
And we're the Down South Divas. So, guys, this is going to be a good one. The topic that we're going to get into today is all over the internet, and everyone has opinions about it. So I wanted to discuss it with the girls and see what they think. Now, of course, we all know our girl Cardi had her new little bundle of joy, and she's got a new love in her life.
Yeah.
And the internet streets have been eating her up, right? And so I pose a couple questions to you. I have two, and I want to know what you ladies think about the subject. So the first thing that people are talking about is the fact that she moved on from one bad guy to another.
Okay.
Right? They're like, oh, well, you were a wife and now you're a baby mama.
Okay.
And, they're like, well, he cheated, but he's got all these kids that were just recently born and everything. So my first question that I pose to you is, do you think there's a difference when you're in a relationship, and especially a marriage, right? Because they've been together for years.
Mm-hmm.
You expect certain things from your spouse. When you move on from one bad relationship, do you really expect that same? Do you expect the same from a new relationship?
You're not looking for that commitment in the next person. That's the thing. Like, what are they talking about? She didn't leave her husband because he cheated and wanted to hop into another long-term relationship. Shit, she was outside.
Like I saw that. She was outside.
Your baby didn't
DMs. Right. She said, I might just let him, like he dunks the ball.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, and of course, in the midst of that, she got a little caught up.
Right.
Which everybody is also trying to throw that in her face, like, oh yeah, you had a baby by this guy and this and that. I really feel like, if she didn't want to have the child, she could have had the child.
And she has the money to take care of the child. And most of the people that have the issue with this can't even afford the kids that they have.
Right.
What's the problem?
I think the issue is that they was like, oh my gosh, she still ain't even finalized a marriage, and here she is having another baby.
Finalized her divorce.
That's what I meant. Finalized her divorce, and here she is pregnant for a whole man.
Okay.
And he got a baby too. Like, what the hell you doing, girl?
Right.
So like I said, to each his own. But to me, if I was in her shoes, definitely I would be outside.
Mm-hmm. Yes, 100.
But I would be making sure those type of things not happening outside.
Right. She got caught up, but they stood on business and took accountability for what they did. They felt like, okay, I cut for you. This happened. Do you want to do this? Like, are we gonna do this? Cool. And they made a decision. Because if you think about it, when you first meet somebody, we all know that those people have baggage, right? Yeah. And then it's like, you gotta let them. Everybody has a past. You have to probably, especially as good looking as he is. Let's just go there. Let's just start there. They are a very good looking couple. I love seeing them together. And so, of course, there's somebody that he had been dealing with prior to. So,
a few people. Let's talk about that.
Right.
That's the only issue I have.
What?
Is you having sex with all these people without a condom.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the problem I have.
That's like, dang. Really?
And I get you might be out there having sex. That's totally fine. But you had babies out of this, so that showed that you were not protecting yourself. That makes it scary.
Yeah. What makes it scary? Because if you might have another baby, because
I'm talking about HIV.
Okay, let's take a look at that. HIV diseases, because nowadays you have all these little labs up the street. Hey, if I'm be having sex with you before we have sex, go get that little check done.
That's
But with testing too, especially HIV, it ain't like if you gonna have sex with this person 2 days before, you gonna go get checked tomorrow.
Yes.
It's gonna be
that's
true. You
just
I see that. It's scary. It's too situation. Much. Yeah.
Well, it just showed that he was having a lot of unprotected sex, and that's the only issue I have. I don't have an issue with them being outside and dating and doing whatever they're doing, because we're all grown. Right. We all do what we want to do. Right. And she finally walked away from this man that has been a serial cheater. Right. And everybody talks about, oh, she a hoe, she this, she that. That woman never was caught cheating. No, and she's been in a married relationship. What is the problem? Why is it that we condone? That's a whole other episode. Why is it okay? Why do we condone men and say it's okay for them, but a woman could go have sex with 2-3 people and now she's a hoe and you can't touch her and oh my God, she's always in another relationship.
I think the biggest thing that people are trying to, like you said at first, is the fact that she was still married and now she's had a baby with somebody else. So then the question is, like, I mean, for me, you know what I'm saying, I'm not mad at what Cardi did, but some people, opinionated people, are like, but you're married. Yes. You took vows, so therefore.
So that's the second part. Yeah, that's the second part of this. Okay. Okay. And now I will say this too, really quickly, as far as like the relationship. Sometimes, like you say, when you're with someone, especially in a marriage, and you took those vows and everything. If they really hurt you the way obviously Offset hurt her, I probably would not care that much. It's like, okay, when you meet somebody else again, like you let them know, you gotta let them other ones go. And it seems like that's what he's done. I could be wrong, but none of those other females were in the forefront with him. Right. And she's been right there, you know, at the games with the owner, with the family. So yes, when you meet a person and y'all really click, you do let the other ones go. So you can't really necessarily say he's worse than Offset in the sense of how he would treat her. You're right. Just his behavior prior to is apparent because these kids are coming out of it, like that. So that is something to
once again, he wasn't married. He was a single man. Right. Sowing his royal oats.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So the next part of that question, Jen definitely hit it, right? So then it's like, okay, but you're married. And that's the part that I don't know if everybody's going to agree.
I mean, I just feel like, first of all, her marriage and her divorce that she's going through right now, it's been years. So what I'm supposed to just be like a little, I mean, to each his own. I'm supposed to be just sitting here inside, wait, I got to wait till I get divorced.
Yeah, so that's my question. My question is, should you be able to move on when you are still legally married, but you are separated and no longer actually,
right,
behaving as a couple? Should you be able to move on without that scrutiny?
Well, it's interesting that you say that because when I was getting divorced, we were separated for a couple of years. Until we finally did the hey, let's just do the damn thing. And my conversation with him was, we are in two different lights. Like you going that way, I'm going this way. Why are we still married? Yeah. Like let's go ahead and just wrap this up so you can be okay, whatever you doing, and I can be okay whatever I'm doing. And, and if a mishap like a baby come along, we should have had this divorce. You know what I'm saying? Because we weren't there. We weren't together.
And that's the thing. Sometimes going through these divorces, it's taking forever. Yes. Sometimes people don't want to sign the papers or the legal issues behind it, like probably what Cardi and Offset are going through. I'm sure it's a whole bunch of red tape. But even like when I got my divorce, like he didn't want to sign the papers. You know what I'm saying? It took a long time and. Yeah, I wasn't just gonna sit there and twiddle my thumbs. When you live in your life with somebody else and all that,
and he giving her a hard time. He talking about he wants spousal support and
all these things paid for. And if you don't agree with those terms, then we're gonna sit here. It's a stalemate, and we're not moving forward. And so I definitely agree with you, ladies. I feel like it's not fair to hold someone to that standard, especially in this situation, Cardi, because. If you want to hold someone to the, stepping out on the covenant of the marriage, what about all what he did prior to? So we're just, right. Yeah, like she hung in, exactly. Right. She hung in there that entire time, got horribly embarrassed, taken advantage of, and even he said it.
So I get this part with this actual particular situation, but then we have. And just kind of bringing in more of what we see in regular life, I'll say, is some people just hang on to being married. There's no issue. You just don't get a divorce. And it's like, what are you doing?
It's a hood divorce.
I feel like a hood divorce. Now, for me, I feel like that's an issue. I'm like, what are you doing? Because, like, why are you still married? You're married and you just dated like 10 other people, but you still married to this one person. And there's not a legal issue. There's not any battling going on. It's just taking the time to go pay $295 at the courthouse and making it legal. That's the only issue that I have.
So what is this called? Sip and spill? I guess I'll spill a little.
Girl, give us a little tip. Girl, let's sip on this.
No, as horrible as this may sound, I did say that this was we consider that a hood divorce, okay? And it was a lot of hood divorcing going on around me growing up. I'm sorry, like in my family, like very close to me. It was a lot of hood divorce going on. Like literally, I have family members that are still married to this day and are not together.
That's crazy.
And have whole other lives.
Whole other lives.
Well,
families that moved on. That's crazy.
Well, one of them, yes.
And they just
one of them, yes. They had
divorced.
another child with another man after that, and the kids grew up as brother and sister. Like it's no big deal. But
it's not a big deal till it's a big deal. I mean, when I say that, it's because like
until it's a big deal. Yeah, as long as everybody's okay.
Somebody's in the hospital.
Yeah. Okay, and
so his wife.
Right. That's very interesting.
You ain't been there, or you ain't been there for years. What you mean you his wife or whatever, And this, without spilling too much, because this is not my business necessarily to tell, but I am involved in this. This particular person, when her, I wouldn't say ex-husband, the husband originally, passed away, that she was married to before she moved on and got with another man and had a child. She definitely did have to be the one he was on life support, and she had to go and be the one to say, but they actually had a really good relationship. Like you said, there was no arguing, there was no fighting.
It was just,
he
left it as
he loved the child that she had, and everything was fine. And then there was another family member, and then they split up, they moved on, didn't live together, but now they live together almost like best friends. They live together again now. I think it's a little more to it. They don't want to tell.
Are they still married?
Oh yeah, they're still married, but they were like living separately, moved
like
on,
20 years?
broke up. Oh yeah, over 20 years. And then now but they've always came back as family. Like, so you could say, oh well, I need you to do this or that, and he would be there, and he would come, but he wasn't.
But divorced.
But they weren't divorced.
That's the thing.
And so now, so I know about that, a little thing about that, thing or two about that, and it took a while for me to get divorced as well. Okay, so I was married.
How long was you married and separated?
I don't know, but there was no issue though. He actually moved on before I did. So like he had a girlfriend and everything, and I was just at a
I don't know if y'all
space
noticed. Me and her used to get into it about this because I'm like, just get a divorce.
I know.
Well,
I did mine first, and you was like, Jen, tell me how to get the paperwork.
tell me how to do it.
Because my family didn't have hood divorces.
And I'm like, is it really that big of a deal? I'll just walk away. Like everybody around me just walked away and went on with life. This is how
Walk
it
away and
goes.
still be married.
Bye and move on.
Yeah, I was somewhere. God proposed to you. Oh shit! I forgot I was still. God still married. Let me go get a divorce.
Or you're crazy. Or someone else comes up. It's like, oh dang, they might own some of this. Oh well, shoot.
Oh yeah. Oh,
that's
true too. Yeah.
So, but and like you say, it's not an issue until it is an issue. So when he moved on, I was fine with it. And hey, y'all can go over there and spend the night with them. That's fine with me. And all of that. So in this scenario, and you never know why someone doesn't get a divorce. They might just be too lazy and lackadaisical, or it could be for mental stability issues, or just not wanting to like pour salt on a wound. Like you kind of want things to die down if it's like really bad initially. Or like the financial situation. Like, look, we got this stuff to work through, and legal, issues can take a long time.
I get the legal issues.
And so, yes, I do agree that you're not going to hold me to this covenant after all this time has gone by and we haven't been together. Yeah. And I'm gonna say this too, y'all. I also feel like once you have broken that covenant with God,
the Lord.
and said that we no longer want to do this, because that was my biggest.
Yeah,
that was my biggest thing.
Yeah.
Like I said before, God, till death do us part.
Right.
Sickness, health. Thinking,
especially at this
good,
big age
bad.
when you get married, you be like, what the hell? Like, why are we getting divorced? But
yeah, and you're supposed to,
But sometimes you also have to realize, y'all, and this is funny because I just realized I'm the only one that's never been married. But this might be why I feel the way that I feel. But I also feel like, one, God doesn't want you to be unhappy. Two, after you have given your all and you have tried to get the other person to give their all, it's okay to let go. He doesn't, and we might not even not we, but we, so to speak, might not have even entered that marriage under God. To be honest, you may think that this is who was for you for whatever those reasons are, but it might not have been of God. Just because because you went and said I do and stood before God, that didn't mean that that's what God wanted for you.
I agree, because he could have been because God probably like, I sent you all the flags. Yeah. You sat here and act like you didn't see them.
Listen,
I told you
the
not
flags
to
that I threw at my wedding.
The wedding day.
The wedding day. And the pastor said, I'm not marrying y'all because the marriage license wasn't there.
Oh.
The day, things just kept.
Well,
it was
while we spilling tea, my wedding ring wasn't even present at the wedding. It was left at the house.
I remember that.
The best man forgot the ring. So when we actually got married, the pastor said, just put this on. And I was like, what does he even mean? What is he talking about? And then I'm looking, I'm like, this is not my ring. But to go along with the ceremony with the part that was supposed to be,
God was like,
this
is not your husband
Listen,
either.
it wasn't a ceremony about to happen. When I tell you, the pastor was not. He said, I'm not doing it.
Wow.
We were like, what?
People
left?
Somebody already walking down and they
left
realized that, and somebody had to leave and go get the marriage license.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Well, I guess to prevent that, he just put his ring on my finger.
And the pastor put
and was like, just wear this ring. Because I know he knew I was going to be like, what is this? Because this is not my ring.
Yeah.
But to go on without a hitch. But yeah, I definitely agree with Josie on that. Sometimes we force situations, so then it's like, was it of God anyway? So is it really that bad? Maybe God didn't want us to be together.
What you mean when you say you force? Because sometimes
when
you that moment,
when you feel like, oh, okay, this person is for me. Oh, I've had a child by this person, or whatever. Mm-hmm. Even if you don't have children, but you've been in this relationship and it seems like it's been good. Oh, I feel like it's time. Things are going. It's nobody else I think I want. So let's just go ahead and do this. Let's get married. You know what I'm saying? And you're forcing a situation that really, like, I don't think this was supposed to be.
Or like, if you're having problems, because I will say there are people who get married as a last ditch effort.
Yeah.
And that never works.
Yeah.
It's like, I done messed up so much, I done did this just to prevent you from going. Will you marry me? You know what? I know I done messed up so much. I know it's a lot of crazy stuff going on, but I want to marry you.
Right.
And it's like, that's not going to fix it.
Right.
Y'all are going to get married and
there.
it's going to be.
But that doesn't mean that they don't love you. And I think that's where people get things confused. You can love someone and not spend the rest of your life with them.
That's true.
You can have love for someone and not want to have a full commitment to them. And that's where not only us, but the other party needs to sit down and have a talk with self, like, is this what we really want to do? Mm-hmm. But I do kind of feel like, who truly knows? Because we're so different from each other. Who truly knows? I don't think you know until you actually do it and get into the marriage and just.
Well, if it's toxic, I'm gonna just say this for the audience.
Hope and pray.
I have seen too many toxic scenarios where the marriage is a last ditch effort.
Mm-hmm. Well, if it's
then that's not gonna fix it. Or having a baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But like those red flags, we talked about at first. If you have all these red flags going off in the relationship, all these issues, the cheating, the lying, the whatever the case may be, that you see in the relationship, and then it's like, oh, but we do love each other, so let's just go ahead and that's
the other part. Is it love or is it dependency?
That part.
Is it not being able to
dependency, especially in a marriage, and you get comfortable. Because
you know, when you're divorced, it's like a loss. It's like grief.
It is, and I think that's why
it's a lot. So you feel like you're losing, not necessarily like things, but the person, the family that you build.
It makes it super official, right?
Right. So it's just like it's a lot to process, and some people just don't want to deal with that emotion. You know.
Yeah.
You know, so they just stay stuck and they just be miserable in their marriage.
And I would say too, and that part, and that's what I feel like, you know, is why you should be able to walk away. And that might be some of my reserves of getting married because I like the idea of a clean split. I don't feel like dealing with all that again. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that I wouldn't get married again. And I love my boo. But like I say, you know, in my mind, just from the past, I would love to, and I'm going to say not only my past, but my personality. I'm a very cut you off type of person. I will erase you. I will delete. I will burn. I will
forget you exist.
I will delete you. I don't
depends
hold
on how
bad
it
it is.
is.
I don't
It
hold
depends on
photos.
my
I will delete the text thread.
I have photos of my
I
baby
don't
daddy.
have.
Because that's my kids.
I have photos too. I don't
I'm
give
like,
it away.
when I said, you know,
And that's
But
my
you
life.
have them out where you can see them or somewhere where your kids can go on an album and see them.
Yeah.
They need to be in the club.
It's
not.
That's like a memory in my past
No.
with my
Absolutely not.
kid's father.
Oh, well, if you go down my timeline, you're gonna see my exes.
Okay, so all right.
From the beginning to
The person
That's
who
part
you
of my
had
memories.
kids with in the beginning.
That was my life.
Wait, what was
like
that?
it or love it, it's there.
It's okay. I mean, I do get the concept.
You
especially
burned
when
the whole
that.
album. I get it.
But wait,
That's
hold
my
on,
tea.
but
No,
wait
but
a
I
minute.
did.
But so why not delete if it's not with your kids or anything like that? Why are you still holding on to pictures of like
The
you and
actual
your
I'm not
kids?
holding. I just
No,
don't
I'm
have the
talking
time
on your
to go.
timeline.
Oh, I don't
you
have
got
time to go
time.
back and
Oh,
delete
that's
all
real
that.
easy to do.
No, I gotta go really far back. I just never deleted. Like
Oh.
it didn't matter.
Well,
to
if it's
me.
down the ways on Facebook so about
It just
10
didn't-
years ago, then
You know
that's
what?
different. But when it happens,
some persons
I
like
get rid of it.
Josephine will go and look
I've
at
actually
the whole
had people do
timeline of
that.
people.
I've actually had people do that,
Yeah, and
and then
decide
they'll
to
go
get
and
with
click
the person.
like. It's the weirdest thing. You know how sometimes you have these like likes pop up, and it's like you went 5 years back. Like
Wow.
this
I
is
mean, they
weird.
just they checking
Yeah,
out the
people
page.
do it when they be investigating.
But don't click like. I can
Some
investigate.
people
That's
accidentally like that, and then
I
you're
can-
like, oh shit, you can't unlike it.
You can unlike it.
Did they-
That like is still sitting there.
Well,
Don't let the like stills. I'm gonna
this
sit
is
on
a
that.
conversation to be continued.
Yeah, you know, like I say, and I think too, you know, I think it was a good conversation as
Yeah.
well because this happens every day and it's real life.
Right,
And as you
right.
can see, it's been going on for a long time because, like I said, it was going on for generations prior to mine in my family and around me.
Well, I just say, Cardi B, do your thing, girl.
Yeah, I wish her the
Can't wait till you
best.
come to Houston.
And I wish, you know,
Lord.
March
Do your
4th
thing.
is going down.
Oh yes,
For
March
sure.
4th. We're gonna see you, Cardi.
Yeah.
We'll
but
be there. We'll be there.
We gonna be outside. And you know, guys, again, yeah. Go ahead. You can take us home, girl. Take us home.
No, I was just saying, and again, it's a new year. So happy new year.
It's a new year.
2026.
2026. We wish everything for you guys, all the blessings, health, wealth, all the good things.
And love. I don't know why you keep
And love. I keep leaving it out. I don't
All
mean
of
to.
it.
Love.
love, prosperity,
All
health,
of
and
it.
wealth.
We
Yes.
hope this situation
And all
doesn't find you. Get married, stay married. Don't know
No
what I say.
divorces.
You know, I'm just
No
telling you how it is.
divorces.
But I thank you guys for tuning in to our podcast. Catch us next time when we sip and spill.
So tonight the divas are sipping on Don Julio 1942. You can find it at your nearest Specs or Total Wine.
Cause that Don Julio will do the trick.
Every
time.
time.